It used to be one of the most popular destinations for British families. However, today is trying to recover after decades of being run down. Let's get to know Margate. Let's begin with the city's most peculiar attraction, the Shell Grotto. 190 square meters of underground walls covered by more than 4.5 million shells displaying different kinds of figures were discovered by chance in 1838. Not a single register could be found to enlighten us about the purpose or origin of this cave. Flowers, animals, trees, abstract figures and altar gave way to different theories, such as the Grotto being the meeting place for a sect, up to pagan religions. The dark color we can see in the walls is not original. For more than 100 years, this place was illuminated by gas lamps that discolored the shells with their carbon deposits. Nowadays, after several conservation studies, experts said that the best solution is to leave everything as it is, for two reasons. The first one is that because of damp and the carbon emissions, the shells have been discolored and now are only white. The second one is that any kind of material used to clean the shells could not only damage them, but also affect the plaster that attached them to the walls. One of Margate's most iconic landmarks is the clock tower. Built in 1888 to commemorate Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887. Its main feature is the time ball, an obsolete time signaling device at the top of it. The copper ball used to be at the upper part of the mast, and at 1 p.m. it was dropped to the lower part of it. In this way, navigators aboard ships offshore could verify the setting of their marine chronometers.
So we are at the Tudor House. It's the oldest house of Margate. Today is a museum. We cannot visit it because of the current situation of the coronavirus. But anyway, I will leave you with these beautiful images.
Built in 1525, the house was originally a yeoman farmer's house. A yeoman was a farmer who owned his own lands. This house is a unique example of transitional house, bridging the gap between medieval open hall and early modern houses with two stories throughout. Glazed windows and two chimneys were some really noteworthy showy features. Now yes, let's go to the beach. This is the small lighthouse in the Margate Bay.
So this is the little dock and the loo of the seagulls.
As we can see, this is a sand beach, something unusual in the UK, and was one of the main reasons why it used to be such a popular destination among British tourists. But in the middle 70s, the exodus began, and since then, most of British sea lovers now go to Europe, to the Mediterranean seaside, and places like this one have been left behind. Finally, we'll take a glance to the different bays that surround the area and are characterized by wide beaches and chalk cliffs. It's worth to mention that these landscapes appear in several films and series. As we are running short of time, sadly we won't be able to include in this video the beautiful Old Town, the Turner Gallery of Contemporary Art, the Margate Caves, an old cellar that was turned into a secret meeting place by an aristocrat and has these strange paintings on its walls. The miracle of people walking over the water, but in fact we can see it's a swimming pool called Tidal pool. It's built in the beach into the sea, and thanks to the high tide it remains full of water during all day. And the outstanding sunsets that have been inspiration for more than one British landscaper. As I was telling you, in Margate, as in other parts of the British coasts, beaches and white cliffs live together, giving birth to such a characteristic scenery.
It's not the most pleasant feeling to walk over all this green stuff, but well.
And even though the landscapes are really nice, the tall seaweed with the seagull's poo create an atmosphere where you can feel a smell that is not pleasant at all. A short walk among seaweed and cliffs alleys will lead us from the Botany Bay we have just seen into the Kingsgate Bay. Very slippery. It was really hard to fall over there, to climb, I say, but well, finally here. This beautiful beach is framed by two buildings, both of them built for the same man, Henry Fox, a lord involved in politics during the 18th century. The first building is the Kingsgate Castle, that was the stable for his horses, while the second one is the Neptune Tower, that is a folly, that is a decorative building that imitates a real structure, in this case a castle. Nonetheless, this sea arch in the middle of the cliff wall is without any doubt the highlight of the bay. So we came to an end. It's almost 7 p.m. This has been Margate. If you already knew the place or you found something interesting in the video, you can leave it there in the comments. As usual, remember, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next one.